The decisions that you make in your inner election are what will shape your experience, your peace, your pleasure, and your ability to thrive now, next season, as well as in the next 4 years or even more. See, in this episode, we are focusing on empowering you to take ownership of your inner election. Come on, you can say that now, right where you are, or you can even type it in the chat section. Inner election. Look, by voting with intention for the thoughts, the feelings, the words, the actions that will guide you towards your highest potential. All right. What's good, Elevation Nation, and welcome to the Elevate It podcast, where the it means inner tugging, and we elevate emerging leaders in self awareness, love, and leadership. I'm your host, Christian. So, Elevation Nation, are you ready? Let's go then. All right, y'all ready for this? Listen up, listen up. See, as the nation prepares for another election that's happening, um, there's something that doesn't get much attention. While that's getting a whole lot of attention, there's something that doesn't get a whole lot of attention. And this one thing that I'm speaking of is it's one thing that is within each of us. Just say that it's within me. Even before I go there, just say it's within me. All right. Say it's within me. All right. And so we are going to make daily choices about what we believe, what we think, what we feel, and ultimately how we live. And no matter how we're operating, or as I like to say, cooperating, right, with the divine, that's going to be the secret sauce, so to speak, in us being able to thrive no matter what takes place, no matter who's in the in-house and the outhouse, the White House. It doesn't even matter pertaining to the inner election. Okay, so I don't tend to go political often, and so I'm not speaking of just your preferred party or anything like that. I'm speaking about an internal thing, an inner work. That's why it's called the inner election. Go ahead and say inner election, right? The inner election that we are talking about in this episode, it creates an unshakable foundation for joy and success. Come on, somebody. Because remember, see, here with the Elevated Podcast, as we're operating, where we realize that success is nothing that we're striving or thriving for. It's the starting point. It's where we are. We are already successful. And so when things happen in the world outside of ourselves, this external world, it's just a representation. It's just a mirroring of what is happening on the inside of us. And that's how I can sit here before you and be confident in what I'm sharing, that no matter what happens on the outside, that we can make an intentional decision, an inner election that will have us thrive no matter what comes our way. Does that make sense? Can you hear me? Talk back to me. All right. Make sense? Amen. All right. Okay. Inner election. I see that. I see that. I love it. I love it. All right. We're going to keep going with this. I see that you're talking back to me. Good. All right. So, let's think about this. We're going to set the scene. Just as candidates stand for specific values and promises, so it's the same thing with our inner candidates. All right, somebody say inner candidates, and so our inner candidates, they shape our inner world. And that's what I'm talking about when I talk about our thoughts, our feelings, our beliefs, our words, our actions. All right, the big five. That's what I'm speaking of. Right. So let's think about this. Just like we're choosing a leader for the country. Every day we have the opportunity to elect who will lead in your inner world. I'm just going to take a sip of water while I let that sit on you. Okay. Just think about it. Ask yourself these questions, and you can respond in the area of text message through the comment section, or you can sit with this. I don't want to rush through this part, so just go with me, right? Are you voting? And I'm speaking about the inner now, okay? So are you voting for thoughts that bring you peace? Yee, come on. Think about that. Are you voting for thoughts that bring you peace? Are you electing beliefs that empower you? Or are these beliefs that have been hindering us and keeping us bound and sin consciousness and all those things? Are you electing for beliefs that empower you? Do you have your IMs handy? Come on, do you believe that you are the head and not the tail? Do you believe that only good, great, and awesomeness flow to you and through you all the days of your life? Are you believing things that are probably empowering you? Empowering you? Are you releasing what no longer serves you? Oh, come on, somebody. Talk back to me right now. Yes, yes, yes. Think about that. You with me? All right. All right. Are your words and actions aligned with the vision for a fulfilling life? Not just a surviving life. Come on, this is an area where we're thriving, and we're talking about elevating our it. That it is our inner tugging, that the divine within us that's flowing. So I know within the next 24 to 48 hours at the time of this recording, there will be all types of things that are thought and spoken. And listen, I'm telling you, there's no judgment. I'm not here to judge what party that you're operating from externally, but I am here to encourage you that no matter what's happening on the outside, that we can do something about it from the inside out. Somebody type that loud and clear, inside out, to operate from there, inside out. So yes, there are some things that are going to take place in the area of the nation. There's some things that are going to rules and laws and things are going to be taking place. But I'm telling you, whether it's your preference of who is in that house or out of that house, you have a total vote that you will always win. Come on, somebody, when you deal with that inner election. And that's the area where you're dealing with your candidates. So Christian, you're talking about these inner candidates. So who are these inner candidates? I spoke of them and I remind you about these inner candidates. I'm talking about, you're looking at the nominee of dealing with the thoughts. Come on, man. Come on. The thoughts, the beliefs there. That's another candidate that we have. Feelings, words, actions, they're all our candidates. So if we start the area first with our thoughts and asking ourselves, are we voting for thoughts that are bringing us clarity and purpose? Or are we allowing distractions and limiting thoughts to take the lead? Woo! Right. Your thoughts shape your vision. And much like a leader's vision shapes the nation. Come on, somebody. There's power, life and death in the power of our tongue. And we'll get to the area of the words. But so a man thinketh in his heart, and that heart is connected. When you look at that original language, that wording, that's connected from the mindset to the heart. It's all connected. Somebody say it's all connected. So are you vote for those thoughts that bring you clarity, that bring you peace, that are of a good report? Fix your thoughts on those things. Woo! This is blessing me. If nobody else, yes, inner candidates inside. I love it. I love it. Let's keep this thing going, right? Voting for those things. All right. And so when we move to the next phase, we're looking at beliefs. So you can type or say beliefs. All right. And so beliefs are your, let's say, your core policies. All right. Um, they're what you stand for internally. So are you electing beliefs that are based on love, abundance, the greatest possibility, pleasure, joy? Or are we letting fear and limitation be our guiding principles? Now listen, don't just answer. Don't just respond. Sit with those things. All right? Because all we would have to do is look at the external demonstration, right? And see what's happening in our lives. And this is the good news. The good news is that we can shift those things as quick as what's going on the outside. If you are not enjoying what you're experiencing, you have full power within you to shift that And you can shift that the external reality of what you're dealing with by starting with that inner election and going inside and not skipping over this place. So realize that. Are you letting those fears and limitations, and we can release them? It's that simple. It really is that simple. No longer you can break up with those beliefs. You really can. The beliefs that kept you bound, were that made you feel like you couldn't be all that you're called, compelled, and feeling led to be. You can break up with that belief. You can, the stories of the pains of the past and all the things that have helped you. Oh, you can't do this, and you're too old for this. You're too young for this. You're not this. All those limiting beliefs, all the things that culture and religion and all those things had limited you to those things. You can get a true divine relationship that goes beyond those things, that goes beyond all those things, and you sit with that in your area of your beliefs, and you build those principles, those things on operating from what we call your Christ consciousness, the divine within, being fully aware, realizing that your mind is the mind of Christ, your life is the life of God, because God is love, you are love, because God, divine source, power, presence is abundance, you are abundance, and that does not shift. That doesn't go anywhere depending on who's in office or out of office, or who's anywhere. Look, who it, what matters is what's within you. Come on, what's within you. I'm here to tell you that you can, if you make the intentional decision, if you decide, you can and will thrive no matter what, as you are aligning your words, thoughts, feelings, belief, and actions with the divine true nature of God within you. Somebody hear what I am saying? I'm just talking about beliefs here. Woo, this thing has hit me. All right. Yes. Good. Thank you. All right. So now we're going into the area of feelings. All right. So feelings they influence the energy you bring each day. All right, so much like a leader's presence that affects their nations, their morale, their mindset. Like choose feelings that foster openness, warmth, and connection. I'm encouraging you now. We're in the era, excuse me, where that's what it is. People are looking for seeing the area of leadership by not just people who talk a good talk. And we're going to get the words, but there is a feeling tone, right? I told some of the staff that I helped to lead. I said, words don't um, mean everything to me, because we can talk and we can say things, but I'm listening to and reading the energy and the feelings that comes from the area of the word. Or if you're not saying a thing, there's just being in the area of an atmosphere, right? So those feelings that influence the energy that we bring out. So I can say that I'm happy, but am I expressing? Is that feeling tone? Is that energy that I'm releasing? Is it one that is of joy, right? Am I still trying to convince myself that I hope these things are working, that I can live, that every day can be good, great, and awesome, because not just as the external situations, but because of the choice that I'm making to enjoy the journey that God is leading and guiding, that we are cooperating with the divine with. Does that make sense? Are y'all with me on that? All right. So choose those feelings that foster that openness. That's one thing that I'm giving you a cheat code. In this season, when I get up after meditation, prayer, affirmative prayer, and get ready to go on my day, I make sure that I'm saying and I'm embodying this phrase right here. I will give it to you, write it down, put it in the comment section. But I simply just say, God, I'm open. That's it. Seem deep? No. But I'm open, and I mean it, because I've realized that sometimes I have preferences, and these preferences, um, sometimes they can limit the divine from doing greater, because I'm in there asking for something that I just prefer. And the divine is like, I got something so much greater for you, but you're stuck on your preferences. You're stuck feeling in your feelings just here at this point. And I'm trying to take you, cooperate with me to go to a higher place. Are y'all with me on that? Right. So I'm learning that. I'm just saying, look, I am open. I am open. So, and then when you're saying you're open, you have to become aware to what the divine, what God, what source, what life, what beauty, what love is bringing to you and through you, being aware of those things. You don't have to judge it. You don't even have to control it. Look, come on. Universe, God knows it knows all. It is all. And so it knows what it's doing. So when it brings those things to you and it comes through you, just let it have its way. Come on, somebody. Are y'all with me on that? Right? So fostering that openness and that warmth and that connection. We're connected. That's the area. It's a universal law. Oneness. Everything is connected. Even those that you don't prefer, it's still an area of connection. Have you ever looked out in nature and you just look at and see the earth and you just look out there? I can remember going to one of my secret places. I won't tell y'all because y'all might try to take my place, right? But it's a secret place locally where I'm at. I'll go and I'll just look at nature and I'll look at the grass and I'll look at how the wind blows on the trees and the flowers. And one area where I'm looking is the road, but in the other area it's a body of water. And I see how everything is connected. Everything is in and on the same ground, the area of the foundation. So you realize that? So the big, strong tree that grows big and tall, and when storm comes, it's planted, come on, by the rivers of water, that whatsoever it shall do, it's going to go ahead and prosper. It realize that it's not toiling, it's not stressed out, it's just being what it is. That same area, that same ground and foundation, the beautiful sunflower is sitting there. Come on, somebody, right? And the blade of grass is still there in that ground. It's an area of oneness. So there's no need to judge. There's no need to be envious of it. It's just the fact where we have to be at a place where we're just going to enjoy being us. And that's what I want to encourage you in this moment, in this time, in this season. Be you. You got full permission to be you. 100% be you. Stay tuned in. That's right. That's right. Stay tuned in. Be you. That's all you have to be. That's all the divine wants from you. Not for you to be anybody else, but to listen and hear that flow within and cooperate from that place. I'm telling you, there's so many distractions and diseases that are out there that are their job is to just do that, just to distract us from the purpose. But you can be planted. Be planted. You can say that I am planted. I am open. And I love the tree because the tree has to be at a place where it's open. It's super open to receive whatever nature gives it. Sit with that. I'm getting excited about that, right? It has to be, open to the seasons of dryness. It has to be open to when it wants to rain. It has to be open to the buds and the sun and embrace the whole entire journey. It has to be open to whatever it has to be open to how God, how the divine provides for it. And not in the area of judgment and going beyond its preference, right? And realizing, this is what I love about the tree. I don't know why I'm on a tree. Somebody, and this is just for somebody right now. It has to be at a posture and place where it's open, because all that the tree goes through and it develops is never just for itself. It's for others. The fruit that grows on a tree, I've never seen an apple tree pick up its fruit and eat its own fruit. I'll let that sit. I'll let that sit right there. Yes. Y'all talk back to me. All right. So let's keep this thing going. All right. So we've accomplished thoughts, beliefs, feelings. We're in the area of words. Okay. Words. Yes. Life and death is in the power of your what? Somebody say it. Somebody type it. I'm looking. I'm watching it. All right. I'm with y'all. I lost my chat. I'm coming back to it. All right. Tongue. I seen somebody put it out there. Yes. Thank you. I believe that's Kristen. Yes. Vincent. I love it. Tongue. All right. It's in life and death is in the power of your tongue. All right. So words are the way that you communicate your inner value to the world. But that first world is your inner world. And so that's why you notice the area of affirmations. I would always say them, speak them out loud, say them. Matter of fact, if you have some affirmations that you say as I take my water, put in the comment section just some affirmations that you say on a daily basis out of your word, out of your mouth. I'll go back to some of those. Right now, I've been I am healed. I am healing. You are loved. You have a purpose. You are not alone. I love it. It's really important. Um, I cannot and I won't be bothered. Okay. I love it. It's really important that we sit with these because there's just the power of the I am. And I won't spend a whole lot of time on this, but the power of I am. I want you to look at the area of I as an area where you cooperate with the divine. Excuse me. With you cooperating with the divine. When I say cooperating with the divine, what does that mean to you? As you guys heard me say so many times with the song, it's a phrase from it says, when I move, you move, just like that. So there is a cooperation, us moving together. And so when I want you to view, I invite you to view this oneness, that oneness, I plural, meaning me and God, the divine within. All right. I am. So, and that's also, even we're speaking biblically, that's what God is referred to as the I am. And so, whatever it is that you put from the area of that oneness with us cooperating in the amness, right? Then, whatever you put on the other side of that, when you put that I am loved, that's the area of that activation pertaining to it. And that's that area of it being in an area of existence. And so, when we say like our life is a life of God, and because God is love, I am love. Well, Christian, when you're talking about when it comes to that, we're thinking about that because there's an area of oneness, like I talked about the trees, like I talked about the grass blade, like I talked about all those things, right? Within the area of the words, that there's not just a word. Listen, the word doesn't fall to the ground; it accomplished for what it's sent for it. And so, of us speaking life and death, and we're speaking words, we're speaking life, we're speaking love. As we speak those things, there's an area of an embodiment. We are coded with the divine DNA. We have God coding within us. So we speak those things as the area of oneness and alignment that takes place. And as we are there, we release it and it bursts. It bursts forth within the area of an activation, and it's like word seeds that are just spread out, and it goes and it moves and it vibrates, and there's different levels and frequencies to this. Oh, come on, somebody. So when we speak things like you are loved, that's a higher vibration. But if we would speak other words, if some of y'all have seen the strawberry experiment Lanisha and I did years ago for one of our marriage conferences, it looked at we came to an area where I went to the basement at our home that we used to live in, and for one strawberry, for 7 days, I spoke love, joy, peace, power, how beautiful you are. But to the other one, I spoke curses to it. And I said how ugly it was and stupid it was. And what we found out at the end of 7 days was that the strawberry that I spoke life to and that I spoke love to, that yes, it was 7 days. So a regular strawberry, yes, it would have some type of deterioration that would kind of take place on it. But the one that I spoke curses to, it had mold all over it. It had it all over it. And I could post that if I remember, or somebody is watching from the team, we can post that link out there for you guys to see the strawberry experiment. I'm not making this up. And that's just telling you the power of the word that is within you, that is out of your mouth. And so, like I said, your words are the way that you communicate your inner values to the world. So are you speaking with kindness? With truth? Are you speaking what's authentic to your true nature? Are the words that you choosing, right? That they how should I say this? So they can set a powerful tone with for the direction of your life. I tell people all the time, you believe you can, you believe you can't, you're right as well, because it's the area of belief. It's the area of words. Realize that there's a cooperation with these things. Those thoughts, words, feelings, those areas of the action, all those things, they come together. Those beliefs, when they are together, aligned on that vibration, on that frequency, that high vibe, that's where things start to shift and happen. Believe me when I tell you that, right? That's that part. That's that place. Thank you for posting the strawberry experiment. Y'all can have that. All right. So that's the thing right now, right? I want you to not, don't forget. Please don't forget that. Slow down, Christian. I'm getting excited. Okay. Please don't forget that. When it comes to my thoughts, my words, my feelings, my beliefs, my actions, if there's ever a misalignment that takes place from this day forward, I want you to go back to those five. When you're looking at the external, you say, "Oh man, my money seems a little funny right now." Okay, sit back, look at the area of your thoughts, look at the area of your beliefs pertaining to that. Look at the area of your feelings around that, your words that you've been speaking, and the actions that you're taking. Are they all aligned with the divine as you're moving forward pertaining to that? Oh man, you know what? You know what? This in the area of this job right here, or my business, or whatever you, this is what's happened. Okay, go back, go back. Oh, my relationship, my marriage, all this and this. What are you speaking? What are you thinking? What are you feeling about that, right? What is the area of the words pertaining to that? What are the actions? Are they in alignment for what your inner tugging God is leading you with? All right. Is there any comments? Please put them out there. Questions, whatever. I want you guys set up. You are already successful. So this is not what you don't already know. It's already within there. It's within you. So all we're doing is helping you to remember the power that is already within you right now. So whatever distractions that are external, and it's so easy if that's what we're biting, if that's what we're paying attention to, it's so easy to get caught up with judgment and frustration and all these things taking place. But if we sit there and realize it's our thoughts, words, feelings, beliefs, our actions being fully aligned, making the intentional decision daily. Come on, somebody. For us to cooperate, for us to be all that we are designed to be. All right. So one might say, how do you vote in your inner election? Good question. Well, we got to look at the area I talked about it, the area of beginning with intention. And we've been talking about setting intentions for a long time now. We're not going to move off of this until we feel led to go from there. But just like you're carefully considering, if you haven't voted yet and you're voting tomorrow, or if you already have, you carefully considered your vote and your election with time, and you considered your choices, you considered the values. It's the same thing. You take the time to consider your choices within. You can ask yourself, what values do I want leading in my inner world? What values do I want leading in my inner world, right? Oh, and what choices reflect the life that I want to create? All right. I want you to sit with that. Maybe you're writing that. Sit with that. Keep that with you. What choices? Amen. All right. And so it is. I see that. Love it. All right. I'll let that sit. I won't go super deep in that. Let's keep going. The other thing is the area of awareness and alignment. Awareness and alignment. So the inner election requires daily awareness. I talked about this a little bit. All right. So you got to tune into your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, your words, your actions. You got to notice what is aligned and what doesn't. This is the time to be honest with self. Come on. Sometimes we try to pump ourselves up. We try to do this and do that. But let's just be real. Sometimes you may wake up and deal and say, look, I'm not there. You can get there, but at this moment in time, my thoughts, my words, it's not in alignment, but you have the power. And you know what? I encourage some of you guys, look, I'm going to give myself 15 minutes moving forward. If I'm in an area of low vibration, frustration, I'm going to set myself a little timer on my phone, and I'm going to give myself that 15 minutes because, look, time's not stopping, and we shouldn't be wasting the, well, there's nothing wasted, but we shouldn't, I'm encouraging us to choose a higher level, to realize that we can, all the energy we expel, that we spend on lower vibratory words and thoughts, there's such a higher place for us where we can manifest more goodness, greatness, and love in the area of the earth. But we have to be aware and honest with ourselves as where we are. Man, I had come through some things I won't even take a full time, full a lot of time to go over this, but you got to have your dream team in place. I encourage you to. So when I wasn't honest with myself, I have a team, I have a pastor, I have a therapist of coaching, I have a wife, I have other men in my lives, I have different people that are that level of accountability, and also the area of you guys met Denise last week was my nurse practitioner. You guys know my wife. You all these things. You're seeing these things. We're trying to live out loud just to share, and that's on top of, again, medication. That's on top of prayer. That's on top of my own studying and research and all those different things from within my meditative lifestyle that I choose to live. But it's about being aware and aligned, reading motivational books and sacred texts. It's all those things that come into that the my awareness. And so we tune into those things because we got to realize that small intentional choices, they add up to lasting shifts. That and that's what we experience. That's the life that we go ahead and experience. So we're talking about the area of awareness and alignment. Okay. Also, when we deal with this area of with our vote in our election, we have to consider our commitment to inner leadership. All right, commitment to inner leadership. So once you've chosen leaders, all right, once you submit that ballot, once you do what you did, you got your sticker, so forth and so on, right, for your inner election. All right, commit to them. Commit to those higher thoughts, words, deeds, beliefs, and those actions. All right. Just as the nation is looking for a leader for consistency and direction, we have to look within and stay fully committed to those higher thoughts, those thoughts of love, those thoughts of power, those thoughts of peace, those thoughts and feelings and words and beliefs that are aligned to going higher and higher, deeper and deeper, wider and wider, fully expressing all that we are from the truest form, cooperating with the divine and our highest self. Okay. So I want to encourage you. I'm almost through, but don't go anywhere. But I want you to hear this encouragement because the real power lies within. If you don't get anything else, I want you to hear that. The real power lies within. Somebody put that in the comment section. The real power lies within. All right. The kingdom, the king's dominion, all right, is within us. Luke tells us that. So there's power, real power within, and your words, your thoughts, your beliefs, your actions, all those things, they are the keys. Yay, glory. Yep. The preacher in me is coming out. They are the keys to unlock. Yeah, Charles. Thank you, bro. To unlock and open and give access to those doors. So as we're moving forward, you can have neutrality. You can be neutral. Now, there's no judgment. I'm just saying, like, you have the power that when they say externally, now I'm speaking, such and such is now the new president, or such and such is this, or such. Okay, you have a place right there, realizing you're fully equipped right there with the power, because the power within you that's connected in every way. It's not more, greater, not or less. It's the same power that we have. It's one source, one power that we have, and we can choose to vibe as high as we want or as low as we want. It's our choice. God gave us that choice. The source, life, divine, gave us that power for us to be. So you can be all right. Lanisha preached a sermon, I think I can say, safe to say, years ago, that says, I am always all right. And I want to encourage you with that, empower you that you're always all right. Why? You may say, man, you don't understand the pain that I'm feeling. You don't understand what I've been experiencing. You don't. Okay, you're right. I might not fully understand, but I can tell you that what we're experiencing is an experience. It's not who you truly are. It's not who you truly are. And you can make the decision. You don't need the external validation. You have the full validation of the divine that is within you. So be fully encouraged, realizing that the power lies within. in. Make intentional choices to foster that peace and full alignment and fulfillment and choosing pleasure, right? Somebody type, the pleasure is all mine. Mm-hmm. The pleasure is all mine. Type it. Say it out loud. The pleasure is all mine. Well, Christian, that might sound a little selfish. That's okay, because everything that we're experiencing, even how we like to serve and give and doing all those things, right? It starts within. That in his presence is pleasure forevermore. And so that presence is within and it's without. It's everywhere. But let's not skip over the inner aspect of choosing, loving our brothers the way that we who love ourselves, and brothers and sisters all included, right? As the way we love ourselves. We can't skip over ourselves. We have to take care of ourselves and sit from it. So the pleasure is all mine. And I'm encouraging you, no matter what the tone is that's released on the news, released on the media, or whatever the case may be, you have the power to choose to enjoy this journey. Yes, the pleasure is all mine. And I want you to put that in your mouth, put that in your mind. Feel that. What does pleasure feel like? Think about it. Embody it. Experience it. And once you feel it, it's contagious. You want to go ahead and give that out and introduce and invite other people to experience the area of pleasure as well. Are y'all with me? I know you are, because I see your comments. I see that you're there as well. All right. So I want you to realize that. Another thing I want you to realize as we're getting ready to transition off of here is not only is the real power that lies within, but what I want you to also remember is that you have an unshakable foundation. See, with this inner election that you have made, and that you're sitting and solidifying those higher thoughts, words, beliefs, feelings, and actions, that gives you such a firm foundation, an unshakable foundation, that no matter what comes out, they can say it's a famine, they can say this is happening, they can say that, they can say this is going, this is released, this is this. Okay, all right. I'm not denying it's not here. I'm not denying all those things. But just as well as, come on, somebody, with your credit, right, how the house that you purchased and your neighbor could have the exact same house, but depending on the level of credit, the higher the credit is, the better the deal is. How you can be experiencing this and they can be experiencing that. Just because it's released, just because it's here in this area in the earth realm, doesn't mean that it has to be my reality. Oh, I'm a sow unto myself with that word right there. Make your inner election known. You have the power to create a life where you experience peace, pleasure, purpose, and they're all in reach within you every single day of your life. Start with your inner election and let the external world reflect that aligns within you. Okay. Let's switch that thing. It's not that what happens on the outside is going to determine what's on the inside, right? What's on the inside is going to align with the divine in ways that you might not even expect. That there's so much power, love, and blessing coming to you and through you. Just let it flow, let it go, and make your inner election known. Listen, I love you. You're amazing. You're awesome. If this was a blessing to you, I want you to subscribe to the Elevated Podcast YouTube channel. Share this with somebody. You're amazing. You're awesome. And let's continue to elevate and go higher. You are blessed. Love you and see you soon. Peace.